Who are your people?
I don't have people. I'm alone.
Solo.
One other time this year, I came by myself and I did a vlog all about it, showing what a solo trip is. So today is, I think, the 21st, October 21st. There's only 2 weekends left of Halloween weekends. So I'm like, I gotta come even if it's by myself. Gotta get this in because Milo is going down to Cincinnati and going to Kings Island this weekend. So that's what he's doing. And I'm like, you know what? You're not having all the fun without me. So I'm getting in a little bit of fun. So here I am, gonna document, show, in case you didn't see the other solo vlog, show you what a solo trip to Cedar Point might look like. I just came in for early entry. It's a Friday for early entry, so I'm assuming it'll probably be pretty dead. I don't think, we've only been here on one other Friday this year, and that I think was last Friday, and that was Columbus Day weekend, which tends to get a lot busier than other days. So I'm thinking that today will, and that was very busy that Friday. Plus we came later in the day. So I'm assuming that's gonna be very dead to start the day today.
Roller coaster, right on.
I'll try not to say the same things and do the same things that in the last video. Because last video I talked about, actually, I was walking up to Gatekeeper, because that was the first ride I did. And I was talking about how coming here by myself, I prefer that actually over coming with a large group. So I won't get too deep into that. You can go and watch the other video if you want to see anything like that, me talking about that stuff. But here I am, start the day here at Gatekeeper. And there are a couple people, my friends that have the channel Ghost to Coaster. They're coming a little bit later, so I'll probably meet up with them for a few. Maybe I'll try to get some footage of the construction so you can see the restaurant going up. There it is right there. I was hanging out waiting for Gatekeeper, but I see Max Air running, so I'll just run over here, do something that's actually running instead of waiting for Gatekeeper to open, because there's no fast lane for early entry. I mean, we've said that in a few other videos before, but if this is your first video or you haven't seen anything like any of those videos, I will bring it up again. Yeah, no fast lane for early entry at Cedar Point. It's different at some other parks, like I know Kings Island, during early entry, they're half an hour early entry, they let you use your fast lane for that. But there's no one over here. There's a couple people getting in line. So figure my first ride of the day will be some Max Air. It's funny watching how people are dressed so drastically different today. You have some, like those people are just kind of middle of the road. Then you got someone up here with t-shirts or shorts on, I mean, and then there's like full-on winter coats. I've seen people in gloves. I have just regular, just pants and a long sleeve shirt. That's good enough for me, I think, because it's probably 50, maybe 52 degrees or something right now, but it's supposed to get up in like the low to mid 60s later. And if I wore some sort of jacket, I would be too warm then. And I guess I could just walk out to the car or whatever, but why do all that extra work? So I'm gonna head over to Valraven, do that for ride number 2, then see if Millie's open, and then head to the back of the park. One of the reasons I decided to do these videos about solo tripping is because I see so many people online like ask, oh, I want to come, but I don't have anyone to come with. I don't know if I can come by myself. I don't know if that would, got a raptor up above me, very loud. I don't know if that would be boring or if that would suck or if I would feel awkward or whatever. So I feel like this is showing you guys what an experience is like if you're all by your lonesome. The early entry line, it's a little bigger than I would thought it would have been, but with gatekeeper down, everyone came over here, and I don't know if Millennium is open or not. I haven't even looked or checked or anything. Now about coming alone, I'll talk a little bit about that. Now, if you're a person that does a lot of talking to strangers, then it probably isn't as bad. Like, I'm a little bit more social, I guess, or whatever, and then doing this channel, like in line for Val Raven, a couple people said, hey, watch your channel and stuff, so chatted for a minute, and that passes a little bit of time. But if you're someone that just completely like an introvert and someone that just isn't going to strike up a conversation with strangers, then I mean, I don't know. Then I don't know what that experience, if that's you, then I don't know what that experience would be like. So this video, if you're looking at it like, oh, should I go to Cedar Point by myself? I don't know if this video is really for you, because it's coming from my, oh, hello. Oh, watch out, see, some more people saying hi. Probably my least favorite thing about Thursdays and Fridays is the train not running. Thursdays, Fridays, no train. So we mentioned in our opening day vlog for Hollow Weekends, we said that it's one of the rides or whatever that's down for the 2 days. So only Saturdays and Sundays. So if you are walking to the front or back of the park, you need to make sure that you can trek the entire. All these B&Ms are so loud, my God. You gotta make sure that you can trek back to the front of the park if you're way in the back and your footsies are hurt. Now, Millennium has a long line, and it's about 10 till 11, so could wait for Fastlane to open up, but it looks like that's what this group of people right here are doing. So I'm thinking about maybe just going back to Maverick and Steel Vengeance.
Lydian Force is currently open. If you want to ride.
Well, he's saying
There's always Iron Dragon. It's not that good though.
He's saying Iron Dragon's not that good.
Or Val Raven. Val Raven isn't even that good either.
Oh, he's saying Val Raven isn't that
good. It isn't. It's true.
Okay, so there's these two people up there walking right up there. And the one guy, he got his picture taken by the tombstone that said Blake. So, me being the genius that I am, I assume that his name is Blake. So I should follow them and then later on walk up and say, hey Blake, remember me from high school? And like start pretending like I know him and really put him on the spot. I wonder if I should do that or not. So what I'm thinking about doing is pretending to vlog and like maybe pass him up and then pretend that I see him in the background on my phone and be like, hey Blake. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. See, when you're here by yourself and you're all bored, you do all sorts of stuff. So I think I'm gonna head over to Maverick now and get maybe a couple rides on that. And
Hell yeah, Maverick.
Blake, right?
I'm not Blake.
Oh, you're not Blake?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, so coming up to Maverick. My whole thing just failed big time. Just one.
Please keep your hands, arms, and legs centered. And if you find four at all times. Attention to the riders on the platform. Please take this time to secure any and all loose articles. If you have loose articles, cannot fit inside of a fanny pack or cargo pocket.
Okay, first of all, I do not pull my phone out on rides. Just so you guys know, do not do that. But we're here stuck on the brake run here on Maverick for about, I don't know, it's been about maybe 10 minutes or so. So I figured it's safe to pull out my phone here for a second because we haven't moved. There's some trains behind us. There's 2 empty trains in the station, and now they just actually they're getting rid of everyone and saying, okay, Maverick is going to be down for a while. But this is such an uncomfortable ride as it is, like the seats and everything. So I've been sitting here for a while. So I've been calling for an evac. I'm like, hey, you know what? Just evac us. And they haven't done it. They haven't been listening to me at all. So we're sitting here all uncomfortable, and I don't know what they're going to do. They're probably going to give everyone maybe exit passes whenever we get off, I assume. But I mean, I guess that's a little bit better than the fast lane, because my fast lane, obviously. So I'll see how long we actually have on here. Maintenance is on site. Up ahead, there's some maintenance workers saying, hey, should we tear down Maverick now? Because Intamins can't stay open. But we were lucky. We got in, this is probably like the 4th or 5th train out, and they probably only ran like 6. I mean, the Maverick runs 6 trains altogether. I think they got through all 6 trains tops. I mean, they might have gone out like 8 trains or whatever. So we got lucky. At least we got to ride it. So let's look at the Maverick stuff here. It says warning, pinch points. I never understood where, like, I mean, I guess like right there, can't touch. Nothing interesting to look at. Very bored. Okay, we were evac'd off of the ride, and see, that's the evac. That's the evac process. So they give you an exit pass for the trouble, and then they're taking our name.
Thank you.
I've never been evac'd
Blake.
before. Yeah, hey Blake, what's going on? Good to see you, Blake. You too. So like, I never even got to tell that story. Like, you guys kind of saw, but here, let me flip you guys around. That whole thing failed. I wanted to see if he, like, I thought that would be fun to like mess with someone and, like, you know, here by myself today, bored. I thought that would be fun, and completely failed. And his name wasn't Blake, his friend's name was Blake, and that's why he was getting his picture taken by that particular tombstone. So that was a big fail. And we're giving our names for something. I'm not even sure what they're doing. So I'm not sure if I need to do this. So now, which ride to use my very special exit pass on? Because, you know, I was gonna say, if they just give you a free fast lane, then that's stupid because I have my fast lane. But the exit pass is much better. I might just use it on Steel Vengeance now, or I should be like really funny and use it on something like Mine Ride or something like that. Or I should give it away. Should I do that? One lucky winner. The next person that comes up to me and says, hey, I love your guys' channel. Well, not guys', because it's just solo here today. But next person that comes up and says, hey, I watch your channel, I'd be like, okay, here you go. Probably not going to do that, though. I'm not that nice. On Thursdays and Fridays when Gemini isn't running, a lot of times it seems like Pipe Scream can be down a lot too. I don't see it running right now. But this could be a very big dead zone right through here, because you have nothing going on with Gemini, and then the bigger ride to the right, Pipe Scream, not big ride, but like something that spans a lot of the midway and adds some excitement and adds something to do, but that's closed. Only thing they have open is Lake Erie Eagles, and they have Monster open. I'm wondering if I should do a Monster ride. I've yet to do a solo Monster ride, and I'm thinking about doing it. You know what? I'm doing it. Monster it is. You guys talked me into it. Monster is fun. I do like that. I don't know why we waited so long to ride that thing, but I do say it is kind of weird riding like, I mean, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a kid's ride, but a lot of kids do ride it. So me standing there by myself in line with a bunch of little kids, like the ride ops are like, oh, okay, so you're with them, like pointing to like a group of kids. I'm like, no, I'm by myself. And so that's the only thing, like if you ride anything that isn't like a complete just like thrill ride or roller coaster, then yeah, it can feel a little bit awkward. But I'm passing by Top Thrill Dragster right now. Nothing new to say. We haven't really been talking much about it because there's really nothing to talk about, for like in our opinion. So, I mean, it's the same old. They haven't removed any more track. So what that tells me is either they're going to just add the LSMs up until the part that the track is already removed. Because we were saying before that we thought LSMs might be added all the way to almost where it starts going up. But that doesn't seem to be the case unless they can't get this track off because they might need to put a crane right there, and they can't do that while they're open. So that might, like, there might not be a spot to put a crane. I mean, maybe that's the only thing that I can think of why they would not have removed that track yet, if they are planning on removing it, which personally I don't think they are. The LSMs are probably strong enough now to just take where they just need to be up until the part that the track is removed, which is right along here. I'm walking along, looking at Power Tower, looking at Iron Dragon, looking at Mr. Midnight's Fear Emporium, and then I see something very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. I see this. Oh my God, please don't become Six Flags. Do not become Six Flags where there's gonna be like a huge like progressive banner hanging off of Top Thrill Dragster or anything like that. You know, they do advertisings on like Fun TV and that I guess is acceptable enough. You know, just do it like that. Don't like, nothing is more ugly than walking through a Six Flags park and seeing big advertisements everywhere. Like at Magic Mountain, they have the famous M&M steps. I mean, I guess that isn't so bad because it's kind of fun. But I don't want to see big banners. Like in these pumpkins, they don't want to see big banners. They don't want to see.
I see you, okay?
Oh, hi. Corkscrew, not going. And how I was saying earlier that the Gemini Midway, without Gemini going and all that, it's a whole dead area. Like that whole, once you get from like all the way back by like, I mean, you got Magnum there, but all the way back from like Frontier Town area, or like back by where Maverick is, all the way to this spot right here. On Thursdays and Fridays, it's without Top Thrill Dragster, without Corkscrew, without Gemini, especially if Pipe Screen isn't going, it is a huge dead area. Like there's really nothing going on. There's the whole middle of the park that is just like nothing going on. Nothing to really look at, nothing to film, nothing to really ride. They need to do something about that. Maybe like spread out some of the rides that are closed on these days. I'm heading back up to the front of the park. Got my friends with, like I said, Ghoster Coaster. They're showing up and they're going to be here in a little bit. So I've ridden some stuff in the back and now going to come up and ride a few things in the front towards them. I still have my exit pass I need to use. I'll probably use that on Steel Vengeance later. I didn't use it on Steel Vengeance right immediately because a bunch of people got the exit passes and they were right by Maverick, where we were on Maverick. So they were all going to go to Steel Vengeance. I know it. So if they all went to Steel Vengeance, then the exit line would have been like 5 trains full of people from Maverick, all going over to Steel Vengeance to use their exit passes, and the line would have still been long. So I strategically did not use it quite yet. Fun skeletons. Shows should be going on, like stages that they have out throughout the middle of the park. There should be shows throughout the day. I'll let you know what times, because I'm sure this says what times. Let's see, we got 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, and 4. And then the bean challenge, I don't know what that is. Oh, they got a costume contest. So bring your little ones. If you're 12 or under, you're allowed to wear a costume to Cedar Point. 12 or over, then leave your costumes at home. So here in Hugo's, we have very limited vegan options anymore at the park for all of Halloween's. So they do have just a regular old red sauce and pasta. We got it one other time, and sometimes they're kind of resistant to it, but these people were like, this nice woman right there was just like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. So I think he's maybe getting it prepared, I don't know, but have to wait a little bit longer. But if any of you guys are vegan and looking for something to grab during Halloween's, you guys can come here and say, hey, you know what, make me something special, and hope that they don't complain. Just got out of Hugo's eating. I mean, it's just regular old pasta. I mean, nothing special, but at least it's something that's on the meal plan that I can eat, and Milo can eat whenever he's here. So I think I'm heading over. Just got a word that a couple people I know are here, so I'm gonna head over. They said they're heading over to Max Air and Gatekeeper. So already rode Max Air today. I mean, of course I'll ride it again. Love that ride. But didn't get on Gatekeeper, as you guys saw, because this morning for early entry it was down. So maybe should I use my exit pass for Gatekeeper? Maybe, maybe not. This whole video is about Solo, but I can't right now talk about that because, like I said, met up with a couple people from Ghoster Coasters. Stacy, Jared from Ghoster Coasters. Go check out their channel. I'll link in the description. But does anyone actually like go to descriptions? Do you guys ever leave a comment down below? Have you ever gone to a description of a channel? So I feel like it's a nice thing to do, to try to do that. But now you guys have a reason to actually go in the description. So there's an actual, but I mean, I could probably put, I hate all my subscribers. I hate you all. And none of you guys would know that because it's in the description. None of you guys will see that. Fast lane line for Maverick is out of the queue. So I'm glad I got in there earlier, right when they opened, so I could like rush right up, and because I was not expecting this today.
I thought it did too.
Look, there's the fast lane line right there. That's the entrance. Go up into that wooden structure there, and then it's going all the way. I mean, it looks like it stops right around there, but that's still a whole lot of people. It's a lot busier today than I expected, that's for sure. Okay, so this is the way, and I'm walking up with my exit pass. I'm gonna hand my exit pass. Hello. So I walked up and he said, "Do you want the bad news or good news?" And I'm like, well, the good news is gonna suck, so I don't even care about the good news. So just tell me the bad news. And he said that those exit passes are good for any ride except for Steel Vengeance. So I'm like, whatever. I ride this thing so much anyway, so I'm not even gonna really wait in line for it right now because I need to get going for the day. But I'll probably just use it on Millie because Millie's fast lane sucks as well, so. I mean, I could use it to re-ride Maverick, I guess, but I haven't ridden Millie yet today, so I think that will be the way that I will go. We were here last Friday and it was really busy, and I was kind of surprised that it was this busy on a Friday, especially during the day. And I chalked it up to it being because there was a lot of schools out that Columbus Day weekend. But today is not just as busy, but still pretty busy. I mean, maybe just, I don't know, it's close to just as busy. And there's no schools out, but there's lots of little kids. So people pulling their kids out of school to come. Oh, we got some water cannon, water cannon, water cannon. Bring back the water cannons. Is that Churro? Hi, Churro.
Easy now.
Hi, Churro.
Greedy.
How you doing? How you doing, Churro? Churro Cam. Hi, Churro. Oh, hello. Hello, black sheep. How are you doing? Hi. Boop. Beyond them there trees is Millennium Force, which I'm going to use my exit pass on because I can use it for anything other than Steel Vengeance. That was the good news. I don't know if I said that when I walked up and he said, oh, good news or bad news? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to like the bad news. The bad news isn't going to make the good news, or the good news isn't going to make the bad news any much better. All right, so getting stuck on Maverick earlier paid off with the exit pass. That was nice. Got front row banana, so that's as perfect as you can ask for. Millie going by. Now, that's about as good as you can ask for. So my day is about wrapping up. I don't know if I should do anything else before I head home or not. I might do Boost Streak one time. I haven't decided. There's a huge line for Valraven. People are definitely taking advantage of the nice weather because it's like low 60s. It's very comfortable. How earlier I was talking about how there's people bundle up in winter jackets and gloves and stuff. Those people surely shed those in this kind of weather. But people with only 2 weekends left, people are definitely taking advantage of this weather and coming on out and packing this place. See, he just told them that they had to put a souvenir cup in the locker. If they would have watched our video of what you can or cannot take on rides at Cedar Point, they would have known that they can't take drink cups on there, and they would have saved themselves some time and embarrassment. But I'm coming over to Boost Streak. Look at this wonderful airtime machine. The thing's calling my name, saying, come feel my ejector airtime. Boost Streak was amazing as usual. Look at this thing. These kids come out all so sudsy. It's always like there's always a big pool of turns into water and all that right there. But they got towels. Or they're almost out of towels. They need to bring some extra towels. One of the fun things for the kiddos. Or the kiddos at heart. I think it is about time that I head on out today. It's 3:30 and honestly, I've been here a lot longer than I expected. I did not think, because I got here at 10 in the morning. So Let's do some math together, people. That's 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, and then an extra like half. So that's like,
Oh, the suspense is too much. I hope it is 5.
5.5 hours. That's a lot. That's way more. I'm shocked by that. I didn't think I was gonna last this long. But as I said, I had some company a little bit of the time. So thank you to Jared and Stacy from Ghoster Coasters, hanging out for a little while. Gave me some people to talk to and ride some stuff with, chit chat. So that's about it. I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed the video. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things that you do every single time that you watch the video. If you're already a subscriber, then of course you unsubscribe and then subscribe back, because that's the only thing that makes sense. So we will see you guys. Well, my missing better half of the channel, Milo. See you guys next time on Beach Cliff Studios.